Going on, you guys? Like I said, I want to go ahead and do this for YouTube. I haven't been doing, my YouTube channel for a while, and I want to go ahead and actually explain something to you guys, man. It's a lot of things that goes on in boxing, and you know what I'm saying. Boxing, 9 times out of 10 or whatever, is almost like pop culture. Everything that goes on in boxing is what's going on now. I want to talk about the heavyweight division. A lot of people is clowning Anthony Joshua for losing to Alexander Usyk for the second time, and you have different opinions about it. You have different opinions. You have some people sit there and say, well, AJ too big. You know what I'm saying? He too big. He got too much muscle mass. It slows him down. This and that. Some other people say, well, he fight like a robot. You know what I'm saying? He come forward and he do this, he do that. And I also heard from Rob Garcia in his early interviews before he trained Anthony Joshua and said that Anthony Joshua cannot be fixed because when he get hit, he don't like to get hit. He don't like to do this. He don't like to do that. So, I'm adding up everything that these guys said, and I'm sitting there racking my brain. I'm looking like the only reason why Anthony Joshua lost to Alexander Usyk is because he had a few cracks in his defense, and he was gun shy when it came down knocking this guy out because he was scared that he was gonna lose his stamina. And I'll put it like this: when you 6'6", 240 something pounds, you used to, what I'm saying, you just trying to survive those 12 rounds, like he did with Ann Louise the second fight. And ever since then, it's like Anthony Joshua is more, instead of walking through fighters like he used to. Ann Louise pretty much psychologically did this to his head to the point that with smaller fighters they can get inside and clip you. And Ann Louise, ever since Ann Louise hit on the side of the head or whatever, and pretty much made him wobble. You know what I'm saying? His equilibrium. You know what I'm saying? Like this, he been gun shy ever since. It's a cautious thing. It's one of those things that I don't think Anthony Joshua need to do is just work on his defense. That's it. Just work on his defense, and also with the Alexander Usyk match, he was just going. He didn't do the class. He didn't throw a lot of combinations. He just threw just 1, 2, and then fuck around and try to get in and a punch at a time, and that wasn't enough to stop Alexander Usyk. And there been times that Alexander Usyk was wobbled, and he should have ran right into him, but he didn't do that. Nothing to take away from Alexander Usyk. He's a good fighter. I watched this fight ever since the amateurs. Think about it. And besides, Alexander Usyk fought Sean Porter as a middleweight. And Sean Porter beat him, when they was middleweights. But that's besides the point. That was amateurs. This is professional. And Alexander Usyk is more of a as a scientific boxer. He pretty much know how to pivot, move his feet, and punch like this. You know what I'm saying? He punches volumes, and he's more of a glider. He uses the glide from one side of the ring to another. So Anthony Joshua, didn't call out the ring. He didn't put his size on like he's supposed to. He didn't put any combinations down, so that way Alexander Usyk will be finished by the 8th round. That's what happened. And Anthony Joshua lost it because he feel like, well, damn it, I promised everybody I was going to do this. And when you a man of your word all the time, you promise something, and when you don't deliver, you pissed off at the entire world. You pissed off at yourself mostly, you know. And that's what happened. It's like everybody looking like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Or then Joshua, you know what I'm saying, got mad. I'm like, yeah, you be upset too all this time you won your fights or whatever. And then once you can't, once you promise somebody something and your fans something and you don't deliver, you feel like you cheated them, you failed them. And Anthony Joshua is one of those guys that, you know, you have to understand it. But like I said, man, that's my thoughts. This your boy. I can throw you another video later.